What's up, everybody? My name is Zach Pasquarello, and in this video, I'm going to talk about all of the software that I use to run my bookkeeping business. And if you enjoy this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel because I'm putting out videos every single. The concept behind this video is pretty straightforward, so I'm not going to waste any time. I have had a bookkeeping business for the past 3 years. If you've been following along my channel, you already know my story. And I'm going to lay out like at least 10, I think, different softwares that I use. Honestly, I didn't think I used as much software as I do, but I have little software that I pay. Some things I pay $1 a month, some things I pay $35 a month for. And I'm just going to give you guys a list of everything that I use. Probably this list is going to be in order. The first thing I talk about is going to be the first thing that you should get, and then the last thing I talk about is going to be something that you can worry about a little bit later on in your business. So we're going to talk about these things kind of chronologically as you get started. These are the things that you should be doing first. So this isn't really software, but this is something I wanted to talk about real quick. As soon as you start your business, open up a separate business checking account, and I actually recommend go to a local bank, because if you ever need to get a loan in the future, this local bank is going to probably be your best bet for getting a loan. So find a high quality local bank or a credit union and open up a separate business checking account. And from now on, anything that you buy, any money that you spend, any money that you receive, make sure it flows exclusively through your business checking account. This is going to make your bookkeeping much easier. So keep your personal transactions separate from your business transaction. Okay, the second piece of software that I got and I think you should get is QuickBooks. As soon as you get QuickBooks, I recommend that you connect your business checking account and your business credit cards directly to your QuickBooks account. They actually have a bank feed where you can connect all of your accounts, and then all of your bank data and your transactions are automatically pulled into QuickBooks. So you can track your expenses with QuickBooks, and you can also send your invoices directly through QuickBooks. Anytime you bill a customer, I recommend create an invoice through QuickBooks and then send them that invoice. That way you can track your accounts receivable. This software is a little bit pricey. It's $30 a month if you get the simple start version, but I promise you it's going to make your bookkeeping much easier. So I recommend this is the second thing that you should do whenever you start your business. And if you are an accountant, you can actually get QuickBooks for free. Okay, now that you have a business, you have a checking account, you have QuickBooks, now I recommend you get a website. And in order to get a website, you need to have a domain name. And you can go to a bunch of different websites. Me personally, I used HostGator, and I think they charged me like $100 for 3 years. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure how much it cost. But if you're going to start a business, you need to have a website and you need to have a domain. In order to have a domain, it needs to be hosted somewhere. I'm not a tech guy. I don't know all the details, but I know if you go to HostGator, you can get a domain and they can host your website for you. And this is not creating your website. It's just picking a name, and now you own that domain name. Okay, now that you have a domain name, now you can have an email address. And I use Google G Suite for my email address. And all of my emails flow through my G Suite. So you can use Microsoft Outlook, you can use Google G Suite. I'm sure you can use a bunch of other email providers, but I prefer Google. They only charge me $6 a month, which I really don't think that's bad. Their email interface is super user friendly, and pretty much everybody knows how to use Google Drive. So I use Google Drive to share documents with all of my clients. So I can create a folder and then I can share that Google Drive, and then my clients can easily upload their documents to Google Drive. It's pretty similar to like Microsoft OneDrive or Dropbox. Okay, now I used Microsoft Cloud to back up all of the documents and files on my work laptop. I don't have a ton of files and a ton of data, so I'm on like the most basic plan, and it's only 99 cents per month. And you have the peace of mind knowing that all of your files and all of your documents are backed up onto a cloud just in case your laptop ever crashed. This way you're not going to lose everything. It's backed up to a cloud. Okay, the next thing I got was Stripe. And you need to have a payment processor because you're starting a business. So obviously you need to accept payments by credit card. And Stripe has been a great service for me. They charge 3%, which is probably pretty standard. I know you can use Square, you can use Stripe, you can use PayPal. You can actually use QuickBooks, but I don't recommend using QuickBooks payment processor. But Stripe is the one I use, and it enables me to accept credit cards and debit cards when people want to pay. So Stripe is my payment processor, and it's actually pretty cool. It integrates directly with my website. So I have my calendar and my scheduling link on my website, and people can actually pay me directly on my website through Stripe, and they can schedule an appointment with me, which is super nice. So it integrates very well with your website, and it enables you to collect payments from debit card and credit card, which a lot of customers like because that's a lot easier than mailing a check or doing ACH direct deposit. Okay, so I already mentioned that I used HostGator to get my domain. Now that you have a domain, you can link a website to that domain. So I use Squarespace, and it allowed me to create my website. And they have a ton of templates. You really don't need to pay somebody a bunch of money to create a website for you. You can go to Squarespace and you can use their templates, and it's only $35 a month, which really isn't that expensive. I definitely think you need a website, especially if you're offering professional services. You need to have a professional looking website, and you really only need what's called a landing page. So this landing page it really just has two or three things. It has a little bit of information about you and your business. It has a contact information, so when people go to your website, they know how to contact you. And then it also has a brief description of the services you provide. That way, if people want to hire you, they can look, okay, he has bookkeeping, or he's a photographer, and he charges, $300 a month or $100 an hour, whatever it might be. You just need a basic landing page. As your business progresses and as you get more experience and more clients and more money, then you can have a more advanced website. But really getting started, like, no one's probably going to see your website anyway. So you don't need to spend a ton of money and have a big fancy website in the beginning. But as your business grows, you want to focus more on SEO and have more people coming to your website. Then you can spend a little bit more money and have a more advanced website. But in the beginning, just have a basic landing page with the services you provide, information about you and your business, and contact info. And I already mentioned this, but I have my scheduling link directly on my website. I actually also use Squarespace. I think they charge me $15 a month for my scheduling link. So I connect my Google Calendar to my Squarespace scheduling link to my Squarespace website, and it's all on there. If you go to harrisburgbookkeeping.com/scheduling, you can see right there, and people can sign up directly on my website to have a 1-hour consultation with me. And then I use Stripe to collect payments through my website and my scheduling app. So you can kind of see how all of this software integrates with itself. Okay, I have 3 more that I want to talk about, and the first 7 were important, necessary. Like, you really need all 7 of those things to get started. These last 3 are kind of optional. You don't necessarily need them, but they do make your life a little bit easier. So I use PandaDoc for electronically signing my documents. So I send a contract to all of my clients so that they can electronically sign it. I used to just send them a PDF, but then they would have to print out the PDF and then sign it and then scan it and then email it back to me. That was much more difficult. So I use PandaDoc to send contracts to all of my clients, and then they're able to e-sign the contract. You can also integrate your Stripe payment processor with PandaDoc, and that way they can e-sign the document and pay for your services all in one place. I don't do that, but it's another integration that might make your life a little bit easier. Okay, the other thing I got was Canva, and this is great for creating marketing content. It's like you can edit photos, you can create images, you can create infographics, you can create pamphlets, you can create pretty much everything on Canva. So it's really cool because there's a free version that you can do a ton of stuff with, or you can pay $13 a month to get all of the advanced features. I started out with the free version, probably did that for 6 months, and then I moved up to spending $13 a month for the advanced version. And it really enables you to create high quality marketing content for really not that much difficulty. And I'm not very experienced when it comes to like Adobe Photoshop or editing photos at all. And so Canva has really enabled me to create pretty high quality marketing content with little to no experience. And the last one I'm going to talk about is Adobe Premiere. And this is great for editing videos. If you're not making videos, don't worry about it, but it costs me like $35 a month, and this is how I edit all of my videos.